I want to be telling you here again, the fear of women is the beginning of wisdom. Recently, there have been a lot of movements by the palace. They as far as sent message to Ronigbe, they have gone to my ancestral home in Benin City. My message is very clear. We are sent to do this. You might be convinced by some certain utterances. Don't only look at the action, check out the motive behind it. And I want to be assuring everyone that have evil intention in looking for me in Edo State or in Nigeria at large, you want to look for me. I will also look for you on a very good day. I pray that when I'm coming to come and look for you, I find you worthy of who is going to possess the land. Because what we are doing is to make sure the children, they have a brighter future. Even the elderly are not being kidnapped. Our brothers and sisters that goes to farm, our mothers, our students are not being molested in school. But today, we have a governor and see we does not have anyone. But one thing is sure, we cannot save everybody, but our advocacy must continue. Our advocacy must continue. And I have one or two questions I'm going to be asking both the family we are from to the entire Ronigbe. I guess some of the things that reign most today in Ronigbe is the blood of Jesus. Maybe me and one or two persons in the whole Ronigbe know that Jesus Christ story get the way today. Maybe me and one or two persons in the whole Ronigbe. Let me put it to you that it is real. Who was Jesus? A 33-year-old boy. What was his message to the people? Mary was the mother of Jesus. Jesus couldn't perform one single miracle in Nazareth because they did not honor him. He was not having any reputation in Nazareth. But there was also a sense why they later saw all what he was doing and they ended up looking for him. They were hearing from him in Judea, in Samaria, and to the uttermost parts of the world. Such is also applicable here. He did not perform one single miracle in Nazareth, not even one single miracle. He did not perform in Nazareth because they did not believe on the gospel that he brought. I know it's going to sound very strange to a lot of persons. I told you before now, it is the scripture that is playing. If you talk about Joseph, you are going to be finding my name there. You are going to be finding my name there. If you talk about Moses, you are going to be finding my name there. If you talk about David, you are going to be... There is nobody you ever talk about in the Bible that you are not going to see my attributes. If you also talk about David, Ukpa Goliath in the book of 1 Samuel 17 verse 50, you are also going to see my name there. If you also talk about the book of Luke 22 verse 3, you also going to see my name there. How Judas Iscariot sold Jesus. But there was a sense why we emulated the story of Jesus. We bring it to our day into day life because of the struggles. If Moses were no enemy to Pharaoh, you would not be a Christian today. If Moses were not caught back after he killed 2 Egyptians, he hid them under the sand and run from the face of Pharaoh. Why God later called him in that book of Exodus 3 verse 9. If you don't went back to Egypt, you cannot call yourself a Christian today. If Jesus Christ never endured the pains in the cross, you cannot call yourself a Christian today. If the mother of Jesus, Mary, the fear entered him when they found out that they were looking for him here and there. It was when Jesus Christ was born. 3 men were sent from the east to come and worship him. Then King Herod started looking for him to buy him. But they later succeeded in killing him, buying him at the age of 33. But today, let's assume most of your father were there that is doing the shenanigans today. You are worshiping the name today. You are worshiping the name today. If Joseph did not hold on to his dream, In the book of Genesis 37, he had a dream and his brother and sister, they hated him. It was only Joseph's father who considered Jacob, who considered the dream well. But the rest of them, they were angry. They tend to sold him out. So if you're talking about every story in the Bible, Uduhueme is there represented. I was told yesterday to the extent that they conspired to the extent that I should stop bearing the name Uduhueme. For those of you who don't know, Uduhueme is my ancestors. I reincarnated him. Okagbe did not tell me this. He said, though they know their God shall renew their strength, and they shall mark up which like eagle. I've already known my God. Jesus Christ is not my God. He never died for me. Uduhueme died for me. Now they found out that what can we do now to okay this man? They had a meeting and said, tell him to start using Uduhueme. That's why I scripted it today again. The fear of Uduhueme is the beginning of wisdom. It's a long-age battle. And I want to be sending this morning to Roningbe people. If you mention my name anywhere, your children will die abroad. All of you. You don't need to take action. Call me about the motive. Don't be a coward. All of you all got my phone. Oh, now go meet my papa and my mama for heaven waiting day. Now go meet them. Okay, you can't call me. It happened before. There was no single miracle that was recorded for Jesus in Nazareth. They did not know one single miracle that was recorded in his name. Why? Because they never know his value. They didn't know his value. That's why that book of Matthew 12 verse 47. They came to come and meet Jesus as a certain synagogue. They asked him, your father and your mother, they are waiting for you outside. Do you know what he told them? He said, as many of you that sit down with me, listen to the tone of my voice and my father and my mother. Who are my siblings today? Are you that is watching me dish out the sophisticated truth that will heal our land and transform our lives? Who are mothers today? Are those men in the do land who say, if you may yare wa yure? Things have changed. If you want to look for me now, you can't get me in my father's house again. I'm no longer there. You can't even find me in Uronigbe. When you are spiritual enough, you know that I dwell in the Holy of Holies. When the issue of this verse came, the same mind I'm using right now to promulgate this same gospel, what this same power I put together, I will put on that radar by CIA, but thank God for the God of my ancestors, headed by Uduhueme who saved me. But people are crying today in numbers. But nobody want to tell you that. But this is a voice you can't silence. I told you before now, new thing, Uduhueme is a difficult equation nobody can solve. You can't solve it. I'm going to be alerting us a little. So that for those of you, people that are going to be getting calamity are people that carry the Bible to church. If David did not kill Goliath, you will not be a Christian today. You will not be a Christian. You call yourself Christian because Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the book of Daniel 3 verse 14. They will stand or they will steal the headache that Nebuchadnezzar gave to those 3 Hebrew men. People defended this very faith that you are claiming today. You are happy to say I'm a Christian. What sign are you showing? The book of Matthew 5 verse 7. He said, blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Are you merciful in your thoughts? Are you merciful about the excess buying of our brothers and sisters in Ekboma? You are not merciful about it, it does not concern you. Because those ones, they are not human beings. Up to now, more than 6 persons that were kidnapped, barely a year now, they have not been found. And you are not mobilizing about that. It does not concern you. But you are a Christian. You are a Christian. So let me read the heading to us. Only Joshua and Caleb. Only Joshua and Caleb entered the promised land. It is the book of Numbers 14, verse 30. Only Joshua and Caleb. The millions of them that left Egypt, it was only Joshua and Caleb who entered. Do you know why the rest did not enter? They were murmuring, grumbling. The people that are going to be saving in the land, they are very few. Temptation, tests are all coming to them. They are all failing their test. Uronigbe is failing their test woefully. They are failing their test. People abroad is failing their test. You are very excited in reading the Bible, but the miseries in this very Bible, you don't want to digest it. You are always checking out the action, you don't look at the motive. Now, the action is, all of them all left Egypt. Where were they going? A land that was sown unto Abraham. And what did Abraham even do? In that book of, I think, Genesis, I think 15 verse 9 or so. I think it's 15 verse 9, I'll be 9 verse 15. God told Abraham to make a sacrifice to him. So that the land which the Amorites dwell, he said they are seeing too much. He want to collect them from them. Make him give Abraham. May they there. He said, but your descendants, they are going to be under captivity for 400 years. It was sun and sea. That's why I told you at the time what we are going through in the Idu land. We are the children of Israelites of today. Now they happen. But many people have been chicken out. But I want to use this medium to appreciate as many of you that are standing to make sure we have a better society. I saw a lady today lamenting through one of our brother's social media handle. I felt very bad for that family. How they go to raise 50 million just to rescue their loved one from the den of kidnappers. A lot of you don't know what is coming. You think that you were just born to suffer. Uronigbe people think that they were born for Uronigbe not to be developed. Uronigbe is bigger than Igwebe. Igwebe have his own local government. Tell me how many times Uronigbe is full, some of them, not all. I've made a man that let over, they don't do it. I've supported Uronigbe. He tends of crying for Ajim more than every other person. Hold your meeting. I'm coming. In social media, what about when I'm now on ground? I'm going to be coming home. I'm going to be coming like hailstone. It's not going to end in social media. I'm going to be coming. If you guys can leave your home now, you can leave your palace. I'm going to be coming, all of you is going to run. Go and mark my word. It must happen. That's 1 Corinthians 2 verse 14. It says, a carnal man does not understand the things of the spirit because he's spiritually designed. A lot of people don't know what's going on. Go and find out. Go and find out what soon. I told you doing. There are hotties in social media. This one is not sad. It's not what you can stop. You can't stop it. I think by the grace of God right now, the freedom of the Iranians, the Iran, they will soon raise up their new flag for their freedom. Because we are fighting also there also to make sure there's a change of regime change, what we are fighting for. This is what we are seeing today. We are bastardized with evil. This was not how the world was supposed to be, never. A lot of things go wrong along the line. There was a time, the Europeans, particularly Spain, that would be 1940 something, they passed through here. They were using left from here to France, go to France. They passed through here. So in any country, a state that must have a positive vibes is a struggle. This notion that you are going to get your freedom through miracle, that's why they so brainwash you. That's why most of you now, you put all your burden on Jesus. You want to marry, Jesus is going to protect your children. You are not doing any wrong. He said, what I hear you to my ear, what I hear you say to my ear, so what will I do? That 2 Chronicles 7 verse 14, what does it say? He said, if my children that are called by my name shall humble themselves and turn away from their evil ways and pray. What evil are you committing here? You are not using your mouth to speak positive things to your life. That's the only problem that you have. Look at everybody. All of us, we are dying one by one. It does not bring all our fathers at home. Our brothers and sisters at home, they are not even safe. Students are not safe. Now you want people like, if you want people like us to keep quiet, right now government cannot go after a peaceful protester, student, lock them up in the jail. But the make Bagbati, the people that harass and kidnap Pedro Obaseki, none of them have been arrested. That's the kind of society you want us to live. There was something that happened in the book of Judges, chapter 11, verse 1, talking about Jephthah. Jephthah was a Gilead, the son of a Gilead. A time came, the family, they drove him away. They said he's son of a harlot. There are a lot of things he does, he wasn't supposed to be doing it. They chased him out. And Jephthah left the house and went to the city of Tobo, go and relax himself. But he battled the Gilead that thing, and when the Amorites rose up against them, they end up looking for Jephthah. Urunigbe, you will look for me. Me down. Oh, where? Because I'm a solution to your problem. Go and mark my word, read my lips. You will look for me. Thank God why I'm in why I'm later. You will look for me. Because we are generator to this very generation. There are so many languages.
Oh my God, since few days now, I know they see a part video again. So I come across this video when it do. They talk, say people go a village, dance, a paternity home, go they also this palace matter. When they talk about instant gidigba, in they talk in own truth. I don't know the reason why those same people go in maternity home, go they talk to her, make it not trauma to the palace again. You know they insult the palace, they talk in own truth according to Ram. And if na your first time coming across my YouTube, make una subscribe. Edo World TV.